Okay, so today we're diving deep into a case that's going all the way to the Supreme Court. And honestly, it has the potential to totally reshape the internet as we know it.
Yeah, no, it's huge.
It's the TikTok ban, right?
Yeah,
I mean, everyone's heard of TikTok at this point.
exactly.
You've got, kids doing dance challenges. You've got experts explaining quantum physics or something.
Right.
But now it's staring down the barrel of a nationwide ban.
And it's way bigger than just, whether or not teenagers can keep making those dance videos.
Right.
It's this case has the potential to completely change how the US government regulates all online platforms, not just TikTok.
Yeah. So let's break this down, right? Why is this such a monumental case?
Mm.
Our deep dive today is built around this CBS News piece.
Okay.
And it lays out how the Supreme Court is basically stepping into this battleground where you've got national security on one side,
Right.
and then you've got freedom of expression on the other.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Supreme Court's role here is to figure out whether the government's actually allowed to ban TikTok or
Yeah.
even force its sale to an American company,
Yeah.
and whether that violates the Constitution.
Totally, totally. And specifically, it's the First Amendment,
Right.
the one that protects free speech,
Exactly.
that's potentially going head to head with the government's power to deal with national security threats.
Right. It's and depending on, which way the court rules, this could set a precedent for years to come, like a really long time.
Yeah, and the stakes are ridiculously high.
Oh, yeah.
This CBS article points out that Montana already went ahead and just banned new TikTok downloads.
Mm.
First state to do it.
Wow.
But it's facing legal challenges. So the outcome of those cases could really impact what happens at the Supreme Court level.
Oh, absolutely. The Montana ban is definitely a key part of this whole thing, and those who are fighting the ban in court,
Right.
they're saying it's it's the government overstepping its boundaries.
Okay.
That there's no real proof that TikTok poses a specific security threat.
Okay, see, this is where it gets really, really interesting for me, right?
Yeah.
Because you've got the government on one side saying, hey, TikTok's owned by a Chinese company.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a chance, maybe all this user data, everything you watch, everything you search, everything you share
Right.
could end up in the hands of the Chinese government.
Okay. Yeah.
But then, on the other side, you've got people saying, wait, hold on a second. That's a super slippery slope, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do we draw the line between, legitimate concerns about security
Yeah.
and basically controlling what people can even see online?
It's a tough question. I mean, that's why everyone's so anxious about this case. Yeah.
Legal experts, everyday TikTok users.
Right.
The article even mentions that other social media companies are watching this really closely.
Oh, for sure.
And honestly, they're kind of freaking out.
Yeah, I get that. It's this whole case is sending shockwaves through the entire tech industry.
Absolutely.
So if TikTok can be banned, I mean, what's to stop the government from going after Facebook or Instagram or whatever down the line? What do you think about how this could play out for these other companies?
Well, the article brings up this concern that if the government actually manages to ban TikTok, based on these national security arguments,
Right.
it basically sets a precedent, right?
Yeah.
It could give them the power to go after other companies in the future, and maybe, maybe with even flimsier justification.
Right.
It's a valid fear. It opens the door for, potential government overreach, and it could really stifle online innovation and free expression. It's like a digital domino effect almost.
Yeah, it is.
And it really makes you think, right? In this digital age, in this online world that we live in,
Mm-hmm.
what does the ideal balance between national security and free speech even look like?
Yeah. That's the million-dollar question. It's not an easy answer at all.
No, it's not.
And it's one that we all need to be thinking about because
Yeah.
this case, it's not just about TikTok.
Right.
This is about the future of the internet as a whole.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's about your experience online,
Yeah.
what you can access, what you can share, how you connect with people.
Totally. Totally. So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
here's something I want you to really think about, okay?
Yeah.
Imagine a world where the government has the power to decide what apps you can and can't use.
Wow.
Where do you stand on that? What does that balance look like to you? It's a really important question.
It is.
And this case, this TikTok case, it's just the beginning of that conversation.
Yeah,
It's going to be a big one.
it is.